Hey guys, Naz here with another video. In this video, I'll be going over how to burst as a Black Mage in PvP. Disclaimer, I did all of this in Frontline, so your results may vary in the Feast. Okay, with that out the way, let's get into this, yeah? Before we get into the burst, let's go over the skills we'll use and why. We'll want to use Fire because it gets us into Astral Fire. Astral Fire lets us use Fire 4, which is our strongest global cooldown and gives us a 20% damage buff to all our attacks. Next up is Thunder. Why Thunder, Naz? It's a damage over time skill and I thought we were supposed to be bursting here. While we are using Thunder, which is originally a dot, in PvP there's a second effect. If we can do 6,000 damage to the target afflicted by Thunder, we'll get a Thundercloud status that lets us use Thunder Tree. Thunder Tree is an insta-cast, 2,400 potency up front, but it also reapplies the Thunder dot so we could repeat the process. While we are never touching this button with the changes made, I'll cover Enochian. Enochian lets us generate Polyglot, which lets us use Xenoglossy. All we have to do is be in Astral Fire or Umbral Ice for 15 seconds. Astral Fire and Umbral Ice lasts for 15 seconds by the first application, so all we have to do is another cast of either one. Xenoglossy is an insta-cast 2,400 potency move that we could hold 2 of until we're ready to use them. Phantom Dart is an off-global cooldown that puts a debuff on the enemy, which increases the damage they take by 20%. Our first additional PvP action will be Drain. This is another off-the-global cooldown that does more damage the lower our HP gets. The reason we're using this is because Black Mage doesn't have a lot of off-global cooldowns, which make our burst pretty slow, and we want to speed that process up. Our second PvP additional action we'll be using is Swiftcast. This lets us use global cooldowns without having to cast them. Now that we've gone over all the skills and what they do, let's put them together, shall we? Once you have your target in sight, put Thunder on them and get into Astral Fire. Hardcast Fire 4 into a Phantom Dart, then Xenoglossy. Use Swiftcast, but use the Thundercloud status that we just procced. Now use Fire 4 and break at the end. Assuming your target isn't just standing there and is fighting back, we'll do more than the base 600 damage to secure the kill. If they for some reason survive, you can use a Fire 1 into a Thundercloud status right after you use Break. After you cast the first Fire 4, you're completely mobile, so be moving while doing this to not have the target get out of attack range or to prevent yourself from dying. In the description, I'll have a link to a Google Doc that has multiple variations of bursts you can use if your full burst isn't up or you want to do something a little quicker. There will also be a spreadsheet to cover all the potencies for anyone who likes that stuff like me. If this video brought value to you, please leave a like and consider subscribing to see more, as I plan on making more guides for other jobs I enjoy in PvP and for Endwalker. Until the next video, I'll see ya.